the introduction of a ghost face cosmetic from the Scream franchise in Hunt. Showdown has sparked debate among players. Some argue that the crossover, which seemingly clashes with the game's 19th century setting, is a sign of the game heading in a direction similar to Fortnite, known for its numerous and often outlandish crossovers. Developer Crytek, however, insists that this is not the case and that they are committed to keeping future collaborations consistent with Hunt, Showdown's world and lore. Crytek explained that they specifically sought out collaborations that could naturally fit into the game's 19th century world. They want to introduce new and interesting stories within the Hunt mythos, all while inviting new audiences to the game. They believe that collaborations like this will help bolster the player base. They assure players that collaborations with characters like Peter Griffin or enemy characters are not in the foreseeable future. While they did not entirely dismiss the possibility of such crossovers happening at some point, they stressed that they will always try to integrate cosmetics into the game's existing fiction. In the case of the ghost face cosmetic, Crytek has given the mask a weathered, aged look and developed a backstory to explain its presence in the 1890s. The backstory presents the mask as a cursed heirloom passed down through generations of killers, eventually ending up in Louisiana in the late 19th century. They imagine the mask's history in the 1890s before it became a 1990s horror icon. A madman found the mask in Louisiana and was driven to murder after hearing the mask's whispers. This was all done to explain how a 90s slasher villain could exist in the 1890s. Despite Crytek's efforts, some players remain skeptical, pointing out that the mask's origins as a modern Halloween costume are undeniable. Crytek has admitted that they could have done a better job of communicating the narrative behind the Ghostface Hunter before its release. They acknowledged that they could have elaborated more on the narrative they built around the Ghostface Hunter. They view this as a learning experience for future collaborations. They are also hoping that the collaboration will attract horror fans who may not be familiar with Hunt, Showdown, a game known for its challenging gameplay and steep learning curve. Crytek's intention with this collaboration is to introduce new players to the game. A difficult task considering the game's unique gameplay loop and steep learning curve. Attracting new players to an established game can be challenging, especially a game with challenging gameplay and steep learning curve. They emphasize that this crossover does not represent a move towards the overuse of crossover cosmetics often seen in other shooters. Hunt. Showdown has resisted becoming a game full of gaudy crossover cosmetics. Crytek maintains that they have resisted this trend for over 5 years and will continue to do so. However, some players humorously speculate that the negative attention might actually lead to more players purchasing the Ghostface DLC just to provoke others.